If you freelance, you already know the drill. The hard part was never the work. It's that quarter you completely forgot to set money aside for. So this is a freelance income tracker. Lives in Google Sheets, does all the usual stuff. Clients, invoices, who's paid and who hasn't. But here's the part nobody else bothers with. It works out what you actually owe in estimated tax on the real IRS deadlines, straight from the invoices you already logged. See that number? That's what's still sitting between you and the next deadline, and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how it got there. Same file works in Excel, by the way. No add-ons, no macros, nothing to install. Links in the description if you want your own copy, but you don't need it to follow along. Let's start with the part that makes this thing different. This is the Quarterly Tax Estimate tab. 4 rows, 1 per quarter. And here's what almost everybody gets wrong. Estimated tax quarters are not calendar quarters. Look at the second one. It's 2 months long, April and May, due in the middle of June. The third one, 3 months, due in September. So if you've been splitting your year into 4 equal blocks, you've been budgeting for the wrong dates this whole time. These rows use the real periods, the real deadlines, and they roll over to the new tax year on their own. One more thing, self-employment tax isn't charged on everything you earned. It's charged on 92.35% of your net income. That's how Schedule SE actually works, and this column already does it for you. So where do these numbers come from? Settings, 5 values typed once. Your self-employment tax rate, your income tax rate, which stands in for your bracket, the hourly rate you'd call healthy, and 2 warning windows, how early a deadline nags you and how late an invoice can be before it's overdue. That's it. Peach means you type. White is a formula. Leave it alone. Next up, clients. 1 row each, and this column is the one that matters, the hourly rate you actually agreed with them. Sounds small, it isn't. Most trackers judge everything against one average rate. This one judges every client against their own. So somebody you agreed 65 an hour with gets measured against 65, not against the average of everyone else. You'll see what that catches in a minute. Now, the income log. 1 row per invoice. Client, project, hours, the fee, when it was due, when it actually got paid. That date paid column is doing all the work. Leave it empty, the invoice counts as unpaid. Once it's past the due date plus your grace period, it flips itself to overdue. You never mark anything by hand. Let me add one. New row, grab the client from the dropdown, project name, 5 hours, $325, due in 2 weeks. Date paid stays empty, and there you go. Sent. Effective rate filled itself in too.
Expenses log, same idea. Date, category, what it was, how much, and whether it's deductible. That deductible column isn't decoration, it's a switch. Only the Y rows come off your taxable income. See this co-working pass? Marked N because it was partly personal, so the file just ignores it. Let me add one more. Software subscription, $150, deductible. Now watch this. Back on the tax tab, deductible expenses for the quarter went up by that $150, taxable income came down, and what you still need to set aside came down with it. One expense, and the tax estimate moved. Nothing recalculated by hand. That column right there is the only thing you type on this tab, whatever you've already put away. The file subtracts it and tells you what's left. Client profitability. Nothing to fill in here at all. It's completely automatic. Total billed, total paid, what's outstanding, hours, and what you're really earning per hour on each one. Now look at this client. On paper, totally fine, over $2,000 billed. But the rate it's actually paying is under what was agreed, so it gets flagged. That's a client quietly eating hours that never made it onto an invoice. A revenue column would never show you that. And every number you just watched me create lands here. 9 counters, not one of them typed. What's outstanding, what's overdue, what you owe the IRS, and when it's due. Your real hourly rate, how many clients are under the rate you agreed. Plus 3 charts and your latest invoices. All of it from the 2 logs you fill in. And that's the file. 8 tabs, 1 spreadsheet. Opens in Google Sheets, opens in Excel, no add-ons, no macros. Formula cells are locked so you can't break them by accident. No password though. Review, unprotect sheet, and it's open. One honest note, this is a planning estimate built from the rates you enter. It's here so the deadline doesn't blindside you. Check your real numbers with a tax pro before you file. Files linked in the description. Thanks for watching.